the game really turned after the rain break when it was that 5 wickets for 8 runs in such a short spell. What was the mood in the camp when that started happening? Did you kind of see the danger approaching?
Nothing special, but if you going well and in the middle, you just take a slight break. So maybe the momentum going. So maybe is a game turning point. So there. So when the rains come, so I think we missed something from there. So and also we did not well in the batting. So that's why. So
Can you just tell us about the thinking for leaving out Najibullah? Was there an injury there at all?
no, he's fine. He's fine. But we give the chance to Asghar Afghan. So he is our senior. So cause Najib is a good cricketer. Also, he did well last 2 games. So we give the opportunity to Asghar. So last, cause of my first option is Asghar. So he's now fully fit. That's why he is in the squad.
Gulbadin, how concerned are you after last week losing 4 for 4 that the same thing happened again a week later with 5 wickets going down for 8 runs?
Yeah, I'm every time I'm saying that so to the better. So if we control our nerves, so we play calm cricket. So in the middle, so maybe it's a key point. So, but we missing something there. We're not just everyone just trying to put some total on the board. So, but if we stay on the wicket, so maybe in the ends we have a good opportunity to put good total. So again, we didn't play the 50 hours game. So if we played a 50-hour game, so it's pretty good for the bowlers and the ball. But we did not last couple of matches. So
Is that down to a lack of big match experience, do you think?
no. If you look, we also have played a lot of cricket, like so last 2-3 years. So it's a cricket. So and also in this kind of stage. So obviously you have a little bit pressure on the team. So and you also looking for the board. So if you look for the conditions, so also we lost the toss. So it's slightly on pressure. That's why. So maybe we didn't take the responsibilities and the medal, especially for the better. So I think there's nothing difference.
Gulbadin, Imran Tahir is obviously a world-class bowler, but it kind of looked today that he caught you guys by surprise a bit. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, obviously. If you look for, we have also have a good spinner in the team, so we're playing every day in the net. So but we're not expecting like Imran Tahir like that. But yeah, he's a world-class spinner now. He did well also in IPL. So, but we also used to a lot used to with leg spins in the camp. So we didn't expecting like this kind of spell. He bowled now. He bowled really well. So again, if point goes to the better. So if you take the responsibility, so maybe it will be easy. But credit goes to Imran Tahir.
Gulbadin, we've talked about the batting before, and you've said that batsmen have played poor shots or wrong shots at the wrong time. Today you played a lot of dot balls at the beginning of the innings. Were you almost too careful today?
If you look for cause this, if you look for, we didn't play. We played last 3 games. We didn't play 50 hours game. So the plan is that. So we take a time on the wicket. So dot ball is, I think, is not that much issue. So you should play 50 hours end of the inning. So we didn't again. So but if you have a wickets in the end, so maybe in the last 10-15 hours, then we can do anything. So again, we didn't. That's why we also giving the message to the batter. So just take a time in the wicket and just go and normally. So again, we did miss something.
Were you surprised? Were you surprised at how careful South Africa were in their innings, considering how small a total they were chasing?
Yeah, South Africa also they are also struggling on the betting side, so South Africa is a good side now. But if you look for last 3 games, they didn't well. So I think today we have a good opportunity to playing against them. So but we missed them. So cause great goes to again for the South Africa bowlers, and also the condition we miss. It's a bad luck, so we missed the toss. So I think South Africa is a better team. So but it's a cricket, so nothing can say anything. So before the game, so but we can try, and also we try, but credit goes to the South Africa side.
ګلبدین جانه نجیب چې په دې نړیوال جام کې ستاسو تر ټولو یعنی ښه پرفارمنس یې کړی و په دې تیرو لوبو کې د هغه ډراپ یو سرپرایز و په دې کې تاسو څه وایئ
که وګورئ نجیب یو ځوان لوبغاړی ده نو موږ اول چې کوم دا سینیرټي چې کومه ده د ما اصغر و ځکه موږ اسټرالیا ټیم میچ په خلاف باندې هغه بیډ لاک او انجري سو نو بیا سیکنډ آپشن کې موږ سره نجیب ده نو بیا نجیب ته موږ موقع ورکړه نو اصغر سینیر ده ایکسپیرینس پلیر ده خټ فارم کې ده ټچ کې ده خو نن بیډ لاک ونسو کرکټ ده نو نجیب ځکه چې موږ سره دویم آپشن کې ده بیا ورسره موږ سره شمیولا شنوار هم ده خو ځکه اصغر یو میچور پلیر ده یو ایکسپیرینس پلیر ده ایکس کپتان ده نو هغه ځکه ما سره ګراوند کې دایمي چې هغه ما سره ښه وي نو زه هغه باندې ډېر ډاډه یم خو بیا هم بیډ لاک دی هغه ورځ نه وه نو ورته ویلی سي خو اوس خو نو ځکه موږ لوبه
او په دې ګراوند باندې ستاسو دغه دویمه لوبه وه مخکې مو سرلنکا سره کړې وه نو څه فکر کوئ چې څه باید وشي چې تاسو دا 50 اورونه پوره ولوبوئ تر څو بالرانو ته یو چانس وي چې ډیفینډ کړي ټوټل
نو کو دغه موږ هم کوشش کوو چې 500 اوره ولوبو نو که وګورئ موږ ډېر بعضې اوقات داسې سي چې موږ ډېر که وګورئ میچ کې موږ داسې یو بالر نه ده چې بعضې یو 2 وکټې به داسې بالران آوټ کړي نو ټولو خپله ځان آوټ کړی ده په بیډ شاټ باندې یا شاټ سلیکشن صحیح نه نو دغه شی ده خو کار ده چې 500 اوره ولوبو که موږ چې د 500 اوره لوبولي ول نن نو شاید دوی لپاره ډېر مشکل و ځکه افریقا ټیم هم ډېر سټرګل کوي لګیا ده په بیډنګ کې هم سټرګل کوي هم په بالنګ کې خو دا و چې هغه یو سپیل و دی عمران طاهر ولګېده نو موږ دومره نه ایکسپیکټ کوو هغه نه ځکه چې موږ سپینر سره ډېر یوز ټو یو نو
فکر کوئ دا ستونزې به پر روانو دی پنځه
کېږي
میچونه
ځکه
چې
دا غټ
پاتې حل
کرکټ
به
ده
شي
دې کې بس ستونزې نه دي دومره غټې خبرې نه دي دا غټ کرکټ ده دلته به تا ته هغه ټیم یو ټیم هم تا ته موقع نشي درکولی ځکه چې که موږ ته موقع لاسته راغله بیا موږ دا خلک نه پرېږدو خو دا د دوی موقع نه ورکوي دوی هغه خپل هغه پوره صلاحیت نه پوره فایده اخلي نو ځکه موږ هغه خپل ټارګېټ پوره اچیف کولو ته نسو تللی نو هغه کوم پلان سره چې موږ راځو هغه پلان نه کېږي خو بیا هم انشاءالله میچونه ستله کوشش ده چې ښه وکړو چې یو شی خو ځان سره یوسو افغانستان ته
Today obviously must be a bit of a relief for you. Just how impressed were you with that bowling effort?
Yeah, very relieved. Feel a little bit lighter. But I think in all, our cricket today was much, much better and much more competitive. We spoke a lot about energy in the field and stuff like that, and I think you can really, really see a big difference today in the team. So really pleased with the bowlers. I thought once again Andy and Chris were very good through the middle there. The two of them is starting to put in some real consistent performances now for us with the ball. And that's very, very pleasing to see. Imran, as always, is special, but I think especially on a wicket like that today where it's not suited for spinners, straight boundaries, to get 4 wickets like that today was amazing bowling performance.
Faf, at 33 for none when you went off for that first rain, was there a feeling of flip, here we go again?
No, it wasn't here we go again. It was just a case of reminding the guys not to get frustrated with doing the things that we need to do. If Afghanistan plays a few shots of the things that we need to do, then it's okay, but not to feel like we need to change or panic. So that was more the feeling and the discussion is these are our plans, these are the areas where we need to bowl, focus on that, and then the results will come. And you know, maybe that drinks break came at a nice time for the guys to just re-zone themselves, especially when you haven't played against teams like that the bowlers don't know a lot of the batters. So it took them 7 or 8 overs to really nail down what areas they should be targeting at different batters.
Faf, was this game a case of the performance is what you really what really matters, and with regards to that, how pleased are you with the whole performance?
Yeah, we needed to be solid, and I think I've said that a lot, that we're showing signs of good cricket, but we're showing a lot of signs of some inconsistent and at stages bad cricket. So today was an opportunity for us to put our peg in the ground to make sure that we put in a solid performance, in all departments. And I thought we did that. Bowl, fielding, and also batting, very clinical, chasing a small total down. Tough, tricky first 10 overs there with the ball nipping around a little bit, getting through that, and then putting pressure back on their bowlers.
Faf, is it too simplistic to say if only you'd bowled like this against Bangladesh, you wouldn't have been in the trouble you're in?
Yeah, that's a fair comment. Obviously the wicket was probably was better than this one, so there wasn't as much assistance. But yeah, for them to score 330 on a deck like that, probably 280, 290, then it's a different chase. Unfortunately, we can't go back into the past, but yeah, today was a much more consistent performance with the ball.
Faf, you mentioned when you guys were batting the ball nipping around in the first 10 overs, and Afghanistan obviously bowled quite well there, but do you feel that a bit of an opportunity was let slip to give net run rate a big boost? I mean, chase down 127 in, say, 20 overs, run a ball, that had to be on?
Yeah, after the start, initially the start was just about making sure we get a good foundation. And then I thought Quinton did that really well. He transferred that pressure. I suppose that's what Quinny always does anyway, but he did take their attack on. And then when we got to I think it was about 60 or so runs, conversation with the coach was that it's a good opportunity for us to maybe send someone like Andy, and who's not going to take 5 or 6 or 10 balls to get himself in, but the nature that the start that we have, it gives us the freedom to send someone in to try and tackle a bit more. So that was his plan. And then Ash, obviously Ash, in a perfect world, yes, you would want Ash to get 40 balls there, or 40 or 50 balls. But I think specifically with him, it's bigger picture. It's about getting runs, finishing a game off, getting confidence for himself. He's a big player for us, and we need him for the next 4 games. So yeah, ideally he wanted to score a little bit quicker there towards the end. But I see it as more of a big picture thing with him specifically.
I was actually going to ask exactly the same question, but to lead on from that, is that the kind of innings that you think can kickstart Hash? Because he's obviously a very important player.
Yeah, he is. He is an important player for us, and I think time in the middle is gold for anybody. Guys like Quinton is on a different level when it comes to just attacking and free all the time. But not all players are like him. Some players really just needs time in the middle and runs behind their name or their back, which really gives them confidence. And that's why I say in a perfect world, yes, we could have pushed a little bit harder there at the end. But for me, sitting on the side, I was okay with him because I see the value in it in the games that's coming up next.
Faf, the challenge is probably going to get a little bit tougher from here on. What are the things that you took from this game that you think you really need to hold on to before the next one? And then are there any things that you need to improve on?
Yeah. 3 games coming up now. Three big games for us. But I think if we play like we did today, we will be a better team. There's no doubt about that. And we've showed that for leading up to the tournament. The first 3 games we didn't play like we did today. Forget the opposition. It's the stuff that you can control yourself. There was energy in the bowlers. There was energy in the fielders. Batters were clear in what they needed to do. So hopefully this is a real confidence booster for everyone in the team. And just there's a little bit, as I said, that a little bit of weight that you feel that's off your shoulders now. So now the guys we know what's lying ahead. We need to win every game that we play. But today was a really good step in the right direction.
Fafi, you spoke about the 2 all-rounds doing really well. Is that plan B seeming to be kicking into gear? And secondly, the first time you've played the same side in 2 games, does that also help just to settle things in the dressing room?
Yeah, as we said, coming to the World Cup, our plan was always with the bowlers that we had, the X-factor bowlers, that we needed a batting all-rounder and possibly 2 batting all-rounders, and that's why obviously Andy and Dwayne came to the picture. But now that we've lost 2 bowlers and 2 fast and X-factor bowlers, obviously Murray then jumps straight to the front again. But I've really been impressed with Murray. He came these first couple of weeks within the side. Was a little bit off his game, but he's turned it around completely, and he's bowling really well in practices. He's hungry, he's performing well, he's consistent, and that's something that's probably not always been there with him. So that's really good signs for him. He's putting in performance after performance. And then your other question was? Yep. The plan is, as I said before this game, is to try and stick with players now and try and see how we can get some momentum in selection, and hopefully that unfolds with runs. So obviously that, someone like Aiden coming into the next 2 or 3 games, hopefully he really can put his name in scoring runs as well. Because we do feel there's Aiden is a special player, and I think the world hasn't seen it in one-day international cricket yet, but we do believe that there's something there that is made for the big stage and also for big games. So we back him.
Faf, you spoke yesterday about Lungi and leaving him out today with the longer term plan in mind. How confident are you that you're going to get him at 100% for New Zealand?
Yeah, I'm hoping that he would be 100%. From what I'm hearing from the physios is that will happen. They're pretty confident. But we were also pretty confident a week ago, so that took a little bit longer. It's just literally seeing now how his body goes. As I said, he's coming off 1 or 2 injuries in a row. He bowled again today. Tomorrow will be a travelling day, but I know the plan with him is just to make sure that he gets his load up as well, because there's one thing having an injury, but then secondly, he hasn't bowled a lot of overs. And when you come into one-day international cricket, it's not just like bowling 3 overs in the nets, just going through action. You need to be on. Your intensity needs to be at 100%, because if you're bowling not at 100%, then the opposition will take you down. So I'm hoping that he will be at 100%.
You get to a stage with him where you start considering reinforcements from back home at some point?
I don't think it's that serious. Dale's is obviously a little bit more serious. We were hoping that we would see results, and it just almost went backwards, his shoulder, where with Lungi we're seeing the other way around. He's improving. So I think now it's just a case of getting his fitness levels back in. So I think you'll be fine for the next game.
Faf, Andile bowled well again today, and you also batted at 3. Just how impressed have you been with him over the last 5 games? Has he been your most consistent player?
Yeah, he has been. He has been really good. With the ball, surprisingly, every single game he does get wickets. Initially, I feel like he's picked up a yard again. He's not bowling quick, obviously, but he's definitely bowling not floaty, so the ball's coming out. I feel like there's more intensity with him hitting the crease, hitting the wicket. And same thing with Chris Morris, they seeming to moving in the right direction with their game in terms of consistency. Andy, if he can hit that same spot and use his short ball every now and again, he's an effective bowler. So yeah, really, really pleased with the way he's going.
Faf, the fielding today was really good. Dwayne took us some really good catches out in the deep, good catches in the slips. The intensity just seemed to be up. What was the buzz out in the field? Who was saying what?
Dwayne took some really good catches there in the.
Sorry, not Dwayne. Rusty. Sorry, my bad. Rusty. Yeah. Rusty.
I saw Dwayne was catching some yawns there on the side.
Yeah.
But no, Rusty, good fielder. Aiden, really good fielder, good catches. But as I said yesterday before the match, it wasn't the practice as much this week that was important as the stuff that we needed to really get right from a what you can control, and that is one thing. Is that I felt there was a real good buzz and presence, so that tells me that the guys are hungry and motivated. And why it wasn't as potent in the first 3 games, I can't tell you that. There's no answer for that. But there was a real purpose in this week when speaking specifically about that. So it's good to see that that was good today.
Faf, is this now a new beginning in the tournament, start fresh from tomorrow? Is that the feeling in with you guys?
That's the feeling. I mean, you always need to look at things optimistically. We got a sort of a step from West Indies with the rain, and now we've took a real big step towards where we need to be. So I hope so.
Here with South Africa's new number 3. Was it fun to get up and get some batting done?
Yeah, no, being in the middle, I enjoyed that. Obviously, we're trying to get the net run rate. There was a plan behind that. Trying to move the game forward as quick as possible, but without losing wickets. So it had to be calculated but smart as well. So trying to be very positive, but keep it in my game plan. But I really enjoyed it. It's something that's a new challenge that hopefully, if an opportunity again arises itself, I can be the one to pick up my hand and say, can I do it?
I mean, in a different situation, do you fancy it in a different situation where, the team are 200 for 1 and you go out there and they say, right, we want you to go and 50 ball 100?
Yeah, definitely. I think that personally, that's the type of player that I like to be. I like playing my shots. I like being very positive, and hopefully an opportunity like that does present itself in the tournament, the games to come, and I can do that. But for me today, I was personally trying to contribute for the team, whatever the coach or the captain asked for me to do, be that guy to try pick up the hand and be like, yeah, I'll do it. And hopefully it goes your way with good preparation and smart thinking.
With the ball, 2 for 18 off 8 overs, didn't go for very many runs, took wickets. Were you pleased with how your plans came together with the ball?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it was a surface that suited me quite a little bit. I think it had a little bit in it. There was a little bit of seam movement if you used the pitch quite smartly, used your short ball. I was trying to stick to my strengths especially and try hit quite straight lines, hit the dig nice and hard, keep the batter guessing which way the ball's going, and it went well for me. So hopefully in the next game I can also try consistently give those performances for the team.
The rain delay, the 2 rain delays we had, they seem to come at the right time for you guys? You seem to regroup well afterwards?
Yeah, definitely. We had a chat after the first rain break. I think they were actually going on a good steady pace with their run rates, and I think we had a good chat in the changing rooms about how we need to set the tone as bowlers, and we need to try hit them hard, hit our lanes hard, nice and hard and aggressive, and that definitely came out executed really well. So it was good to see from the guys, and we're really clinical, and that's how we want to go about our game.
In terms of the team going forward, you've got 3 points, you've got your first win on the board.
Yeah.
How important is that for you as a unit to have that win?
To look at it from my point, I think it's really important. I think we've been through tough times to start the tournament, and I think to turn it over like that, especially to show a performance like really clinical, a lot of discipline. The batting was really smart as well, and for the changing room especially, it does a lot. The guys are really positive. We've been positive, but to get a win on your side, it's a cherry on top. So going into the New Zealand clash, I think that's really important for us.
4 games left, have 3 points. Do you need 11 to qualify? Is that your thinking? 4 wins is a must?
Yeah, definitely. Every game's a quarterfinal for us now. I think we've put ourselves in that position, and I think before this, it's always important to realize every game is an important game, and we've made our mistakes, and hopefully we've learned from them, and those don't come anymore, hopefully. But the guys are training hard. They do it, ticking their boxes. So hopefully we can turn it over, and all those games can come our way.
In terms of just a really quick word, Bjorn Hendricks came in. Was a little bit unlucky today with the ball. I thought he bowled quite well early up. Were you guys pleased with how he came in and performed for the team?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the depth in South Africa is unbelievable. Bjorn is an unbelievable bowler. There's a reason why he was picked for IPL. The guys obviously see a lot of potential and talent in him, and for him to contribute with the team like that, even though he was unlucky today, he set a good tone with the new ball, and hopefully for the next game, if he does play, he picks up some sticks for less runs.
A win on the board for the first time, 3 points. Feelings good within the camp?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I was just saying earlier on that I don't think the vibes ever changed. I think there was obviously a little bit of disappointment, knowing that we hadn't played our best cricket. So the vibes have been good all along, but it'll be a little bit sweeter today. So we're quite happy. Yeah.
Talk of go-karting in Cardiff for someone's birthday. Is that the magic trick to get you guys on winning ways?
Well, I mean, there's a few things that we can do to get the boys happy. A little bit of golf, a little bit of spending time as a team was quite nice. But in saying that, it was also quite nice. We had a few days off in Cardiff. Some of the boys went there, did their own thing, just to go clear their head and maybe stop seeing the same faces every single day, and that was pretty good.
In terms of your bowling colleagues, Bjorn Hendricks, a little bit unlucky today in those first couple of overs he had?
I think so. I think he bowled really well. For a guy to come in his first World Cup game into a straight pressure situation, I think he bowled really nicely, and I think he's only going to get better from there.
In terms of the South African camp going forward, are you guys thinking it needs to be 11 points, it needs to be 4 wins from 4 from the games that left?
I think that's probably mathematically we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to win every game. Every game is a quarter-final for us now, so it's pretty simple what we need to do. It's do or die.
In terms of the teams that you've got coming up, have you guys been talking much about that?
We haven't spoken about the other teams yet. We pretty much, as a team, we focus on the next task ahead of us. We're quite good at forgetting what's happened, learning from your mistakes, but that's happened already, so we move on. So for us, we've been focusing on just Afghanistan for the last couple of days, and then tomorrow we'll start moving on to New Zealand. We'll start getting footage on our phones, we'll start getting all of that, so yeah.
On today, the rain breaks seem to work quite well for you guys, seem to come at the right
times? Yes. I think in the first rain break, the coach gave the batters a bit of a slap on the wrist, just saying we need to be a little bit more consistent, hit the wicket a bit more, and we don't need to try too much because there was so much assistance in the wicket. So we needed that as a bowling unit, and I think after the first rain break we came out and we bowled a lot better, and like the rest is history.
You were a little bit surprised with the amount that Imran got out of the pitch today, bearing in mind the green tinge?
Not at all. Imran will turn it on ice. No, Imran's, he's played on every single pitch you can ever think of in the last 30 years of his career, and I'm joking, the last 15 or 20 years, however it's been. But yeah, look, Imi's a genius. He does what he does day in, day out for our team, and so happy he did well today.
Something on his celebrations before I let you go. I mean, we all love them, but it just seems like you guys just seem to leave him to it for the first 30 seconds.
I tell you what, I said to myself a couple of years ago, I'm going to stop chasing him just because I need to save as many runs in my legs as I've got. But today I was very excited. I chased him every single one. So I think with our celebrations today, he saw what it meant to us to win. So, really happy for him. The celebrations are not going to stop. So it was a good one today.
Thanks.